Am I not muted?
Yes.
Oh, I'm using the wrong mic.
Oh my God.
Welcome to DC.
And here it comes. Swing and a miss. And a World Series Game 7 winning Curly W is in the books.
Dagger! It's 1974. The Washington Capitals are the 2018 Stanley Cup champions.
Don't like that. I like that.
You gotta like that, right?
Despite all this, despite the churn, my approval ratings keep going up.
We are ready to give our 500% support back to this franchise, back to this city, back to this team after Snyder leaves. And then this is the poo-poo you put on the field.
For the very first time, the Washington Mystics are WNBA champions.
The Washington Commanders select Jaden Daniels.
I'm going to support fake teams that can't ruin my life.
Did you call bank? I call game.
Thank you. Sorry to keep you waiting. Complicated business.
Hello, everyone. Episode 365 of the DTC podcast. My name is Joe. Stevie on mic 2. LP on mic 3. It took us how many years to come up with a very unique three-man weave? We have never had this combination on the mics for an episode, and this is uncharted territory. Honestly, I'm excited to see where we end up, boys. It's good to see you, and let me be the first to wish you both a very happy New Year, although it is a fake holiday. I hope 2026 is awesome for both of you. Where do you guys want to start? I mean, Stevie, no one's seen or heard from you in at least a fortnight. LP, I think you were on the show maybe 3 or 4 weeks back, so we've seen you more recently than Stevie. But I mean, Stevie, can we get a life update? Can we get a what stocks are we buying? Like what are we doing? What are we doing here? What are you doing here?
I'll give you a good anecdote, okay? That I just from that intro I heard. I was in a meeting with someone who,
oh my God,
I'll name in a second, okay? But he was talking to a group of us, and he said, "You remember that fateful day in November of 2016 when Donald Trump walked out of the ballroom and said, 'Sorry to keep you waiting, complicated business.'" Okay, shout out to Dan Scavino, okay, a guy who has been President Trump's caddy for 22 years before he came with him to the White House. Incredible.
There's no way they dropped the soundbite that we've been using for 5 years here. There's no way.
He didn't drop. He said it himself.
I mean,
he said, "I was there."
Did
when
you
he came out?
Did you drop your pants and then pull out your phone from your chest pocket and say, "Let me show you something"?
I said, "Hey, I'm DTC guy. I know you are." He's basically outing himself as a DTC listener.
Hey, listen. Every week somebody gives me a hard time about our numbers or whatever. We're 365 episodes in. If you don't think the local radio stations from time to time just parrot what we're saying here, you are sorely mistaken. It's been documented. We have receipts, damn it. LP.
It's got to be more than 365. We started in 2017.
I know. There's the lost episode. I mean, you always remember. There's the lost episode.
He's not in. It's only episodes he's in.
Well, definitely. I mean, yeah, it's 365 episodes for your boy here. But, I mean, there are some episodes that are genuinely lost. There was, early on especially, I think our very first show, oh, man, here we go, memory lane. The very first show actually was in person. When we were young and excitable. We all gathered in an office to call, I think, a beat reporter out of Atlanta, if you guys remember, an NBA beat reporter. And we actually did like a proper we thing, and then for some reason we never did it again. we never went that route. After that, we went.
Did we do a live show at Glory Days? No?
Oh, hell yeah, we did. We packed it. We packed it. You don't remember the manager coming up to us at halftime and saying, "It's never been this busy on a Monday night"? I mean, come on, man.
What was the peak of this?
We had some legit interviews. Some of these people that we interviewed 8 years ago are on the national.
This is not a in memory. This is not a funeral procedure. Like we're not.
It's a year-end recap.
It's a year-end recap, or in this case, a 6.5 or 7.5 year recap. That's okay too. But I think this is a really good time for the podcast. We've moved over to Patreon. We've got people joining over there. We are releasing episodes. Anybody that's hearing this for the first time, we are releasing episodes starting in the new year. So literally with the last couple of weeks, but moving forward into 2026. If you want to be the first to hear DTC or the OMC or any of the spinoff projects that are coming, you need to be subscribed to Patreon. Everything's still free, but everything goes to Patreon first, and it's on a 4-day delay to hit, all the other services. So if you want to hear it fresh and right away, that's where you're going to go get it. And
Joe, can we get a podcast update from you? Okay, you're our fearless leader here. Give me something. I don't want a personal. I care about your personal life. Give me a professional update here, Joe.
I will tell you, we have had more actual broadcasting professionals check out the show in 2025, provide actual feedback, which we have incorporated into the show, than in any year past. LP said it. We're going into year 8 of the podcast. We have covered the Nats. We have covered the Skins, the football team, and the freaking Commanders. We've covered the Wizards. We've covered.
You say covered? You mean in person?
Yeah, in person. Press passes in the box. We've also interviewed. How many interviews have we done with podcasts from other markets with shows similar to ours? Those are some of the best shows. A longtime friend of the show, Bill Rowland, is still a listener to every single episode that we post. We love Bill. He wants to come back and talk football when we get into playoffs. We're happy to do it anytime. Bill, I know you're hearing this. You're always welcome on the show. I mean, we've covered a defunct Arena Football League, Stevie. You and we went to the Valor opening game, if you don't remember. We shook hands with Teddy Leonsis. We took the VIP elevator. If you don't remember, we ran into Ryan Sabo and some others. I was high-fiving people that I haven't seen forever.
Be more accurate. That was porky Ted Leonsis. Okay, now
yes.
Skinny Ted Leonsis.
But a longtime friend of mine, and he was like, "What are you doing here?" And I'm like, "I'm working, baby. I'm here covering the team. The podcast made it happen."
What does the next year bring, Joe? Give us a state of the
next year is. Listen, we were syndicated once upon a time on Heroes Media Group. We have no animosity, no hatred whatsoever. Stevie, don't do that. Don't do that. We love the Heroes Media Group. Okay, they helped us get some of those credentials early on, but the show has evolved, and I think it's continuing to evolve. Our best numbers this year, since we're going to geek out on numbers, the movie podcast, the OMC, the Off-Season Movie Club. I know LP. I know you want to talk MLS. I know you and your hand. I want to talk MLS. I know, but the OMC, Stevie, has done amazing numbers, and every episode that we've posted, we typically post them in the same week as the DTC pod. It's neck at neck, and some of them, like the F1 pod that dropped on Christmas Day, did almost double the listenership of the DDC podcast. And now some are going to say, well, that's terrible. I disagree. That means people are listening to DTC, then they're going to OMC, and then they're clicking share and sending it to a friend because they want to check out the F1 movie review that FP and I did. Spoiler alert, it was great.
Are you identifying any dead weight from the chat?
Oh, okay. I prefer not to air grievances about the offline chat. There are people willing to pay money to enter that chat. We may have made a gross miscalculation with the latest edition, and that person will be promptly removed as the terms and conditions have now been. The T's and C's are now available for all in the offline chat. You either submit and commit or you're gone. And I can't wait to start kicking people out.
The newest edition has a very clear lane in food expertise that we're not maximizing on a regular basis.
Andy wanted to do a food segment, right? Like a Snacks of the Round Table type thing. And if that's the case, the newest member, anybody's welcome to participate. I am happy to sit out. I'm happy to produce from the green room. I'm happy to hit record and handle the artwork and the posting. Is no problem. But what we can't have is people demanding to be in the chat and then not participating in anything. And for the record, I love both of you for making this happen, but this doesn't count towards the quota. It don't count.
This is 2025. This is 2025 quota.
Is
We're finishing out the year strong.
Is 2026 the year we get a DTC intern? Because I would like to be heavily involved in the hiring of that DTC.
I think you should not be part of that. You shouldn't be part of the screening or the No, because that person's going to end up getting your dry cleaning and running personal errands for you and not working on the show. So I'm going to say yes, but not for you. But we'll see. Right. We'll see. But I'm excited for 2026. And honestly, for anybody listening that hasn't checked out the movie show, it is pretty good. We watch the movie. We try to be partial. Yes, of course, we keep it light because we keep everything around here light. But we are watching these movies fresh. I mean, that's the only criteria is that somebody hasn't, 2 of the 3 people or the majority of the offline chat. If people say, I haven't seen it, that movie goes to the front of the list. We watch it. We come here and we talk about it. It's very light, very quick. But if you want ratings and just, again, chatter, this is a good show to check out. But for this show, anyway, for this week, for 365, for DTC, this is, again, Happy New Year to everybody. That by the time you're hearing this, it is 2026. The Commanders have long been eliminated. Stevie, you've been chatty. You've been very chatty in the chat about Jaden in particular, and the comment that has come up multiple times now is, given the performance of Nix, of May, and of course of Caleb in Chicago, it's unlikely Jaden still goes second overall if you redraft. Obviously, Penix, Penix played like 3 games, so it's not fair to include him or just not include him. But I'll say throw in the rookies from this year too. Throw in Cam, throw in Shador, and throw in Jackson Dart. You got 4 or 5. Let's just assume for a second, right? It's our show. We can do whatever we want. How would you redraft that class? I'm pretty sure you're not taking Jaden at 1 or 2 at this point, Stevie. Am I right?
Yeah. Also, can we add a section to this podcast of, is this the most disappointing Redskins season in history? Can we just bookmark that for later?
I mean, yes.
That always follow off run.
No.
No.
Is worse in
this
years
is different.
past.
This is not like a regression. We didn't make the playoffs, but we were competitive. This is like, I hate the sport. Like, shoot me. I don't want to be part of this anymore. This is how bad
this was the
regression is.
worst
I disagree.
Redskins season.
Yeah, but very much due to injuries, 1. 2, also due to exposing of a team that wasn't that great last year, especially the defense. But injuries, at least, if you do blame pie, at least 60-70% on injuries.
The 49ers had more injuries, and they're freaking flirting with the number 1 overall seed, FP and they LP, and they had a tougher schedule too. No way, I'm not buying.
I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that at all. What
they also had Mac Jones, who came out of nowhere and played just as well as Brock.
They have no receivers, LP. They had no tight end. They had a running back.
Who was playing receiver for the Skins? We had like
it's the
6
same,
weeks of no Debo, Terry, Noah Brown.
Do you know what the difference is? A real head coach versus a 28 to 3. That's all I'm gonna say. 28 to 3.
Yeah, but also
28 to 3.
If you look at all the teams this year who are top seeds, their strength of schedule, all of them are some of the easiest schedules. The Niners are up there, the Seahawks are up there, obviously the Patriots are 1, the Bears are up there. All of the top-ranked teams have the lowest strength of schedule.
I did see something that it caught my eye. The Giants, the Giants have the same amount of wins against teams over 5. The Giants have more wins over teams above 500 than the Patriots do, and I hear you on that. But Patriots
strength of schedule is 300. Is 300.
Listen,
right? That's
it's
awful.
A part of it. But to Stevie's point, this isn't a mild drop off. They fell off a cliff in a burning car that crashed into the ocean, and then a shark or a whale like ate it. Like, this is terrible.
LP.
It's the type of season that makes you like I was saying. It doesn't make you just feel terrible to be a fan. It makes you hate the sport altogether.
Well, it makes you hate the franchise because, LP, take a step back here, macro level. The reason this is the most disappointing season I can remember as a Redskins fan is because the entire offseason was spent convinced that we were one piece away.
Yep.
And that wasn't me saying
Debo.
it. That wasn't us saying it. That was the front office treating the offseason
and how
as
stupid
such.
And how stupid were we to think that old man Miller and Debo were going to come in here and be the missing pieces?
And then what do? We're one piece away. They create those pieces. They even added. They went Debo. We're one piece away. A secondary wide receiver to support Terry. Got it. Oh, a left tackle, franchise left tackle. One piece away. Boom. A defensive pass rusher, Von Miller. A couple of guys in the secondary. But one piece away. Oh, we have every.
Yes, and then Marshawn came out and sucked. Everybody got injured.
Miscalculated that offseason.
But very much due to injuries.
Oh my God! If
you are Adam Peters last year and you saw what happened, there was no way.
I need a Tony Reali mute button thing where they can keep talking, but we don't have to listen to it.
LP, every year you're going to have injuries to blame. Every year.
Yes, but the amount of injuries to the key players this year.
The 49ers had no quarterback, no tight end, and they still have no wide receivers on that team.
But they had a defense.
Yes, it's called a team.
I don't understand the argument.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no what? Yeah, no what? Yeah, no.
If you're Adam Peters, you had to have taken the shot. One chance, you bring in the vets. Okay, it didn't work. Now you go back to the drawing board and you get younger. He had to do that. He had no choice. You had a Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels was the difference maker. I mean, it's very clear. There's no question about that. Without Jaden Daniels last year, we would be what, 4 wins, 5 wins?
I mean, you have 4
if you
with
had
him.
Marcus Mariota start every game last year, how many wins would you get?
But
Half.
that Jaden Daniels is the same Jaden Daniels that this year is a 4-win team.
Yes, because he didn't play.
Even the
my
times
God, he
I
didn't
mean,
play.
When did he play?
He didn't
He
play. Well, he
played.
didn't play well in the game. His one good game was the Chargers game in the second week of the season.
Was that the only?
Yes, that was his only good game.
Did he play where he was actually healthy?
Can we
Oh
get the
my
hot
God.
intern to pull
hand,
up
he
the
had
stat?
the
Where's the hot
Blah
intern?
blah blah.
Usually it's Andy in the green room. He's not here today. Actually, you know what? He actually was like, his flu game was last week. He came on the pod, sat in the green room, and just did stat corrections for me and FP the entire show.
Show me his rankings, LP, when healthy.
He wasn't healthy at all this year.
Oh my!
He was
He's
healthy in
never
week
gonna be
1. I
100%.
don't understand.
His body frame.
What is
You
your
also have
argument,
to put
LP?
on-
That it's not Jaden's
My
fault because he
argument
wasn't
is
healthy,
you
and it's
gotta
not
throw the
everybody
season
else's
out.
fault because they were also unhealthy. So who's to blame here besides 28-3?
You blame the front office for.
So you're out on Quinn. You're out on Quinn
early.
too. I'm out on Quinn. You're out on Quinn?
I'm not out on any of them.
You think Quinn and Ben Johnson are of the same caliber coach?
What is that?
Do you think Dan Quinn and Ben Johnson are the same caliber coach?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't. No.
Okay. So,
I
but
think
you still
Dan
want to
Quinn
stay the course.
Is a newer, better version of Ron Rivera, a leader of men.
I honestly, it's refreshing to have not FP yell at me because I'm telling him I'm out on DQ. I'm out on him. I'm out on the. I'm twice your age, but I'm going to be your friend. I don't want anybody to be anybody's friend. I want you to coach the team.
I'm a little bit out on DQ, but what I am in on is that he at least knows how to build a staff, right? I think I'm still in on.
Really, you're in on Joe Witt.
I'm in on Brian Johnson, like
Joe Witt and Cliff are getting it. Hold on. Joe Witt and Cliff are getting it done for you.
Quarterbacks coach of the Skins, right, gets promoted to head coach of Stanford, and Stanford's not a great football program, but like you
when
can't
has
tell
that
me
ever
he's
happened?
got idiots on the staff.
Yeah, our offensive coordinator was passed up so that a college team could hire his assistant. What does that tell you?
What are you talking about? USC?
Kingsbury.
Cliff was not offered a job. The quarterback's coach with no experience was the one that was offered a job.
Cliff wasn't going to take a Stanford job.
Maybe not.
But that's well, Tavita has ties to Andrew Luck, and that's why he's there. But that doesn't matter. The point is, like, the staff's not maybe Joe Witt, okay, but on the offensive
Are you
side,
satisfied
there's some
with Cliff?
pieces there on the staff that you can build around.
I mean, you're in full on
okay
April
with
May
Mulligan.
mode here. You're April May June. You're telling me it's exciting. We just completed the draft. We're 6 weeks away from training camp. I'm not
going to be up in April, May, and June.
If you're Adam Peters starting next week or when the season over, I don't know, next week, what are your priorities going into the offseason?
Get younger. 100% get younger. You got to let
you're talking about
Bobby
rebuilding.
Wagner go.
You're talking about
Ertz
rebuilding.
go.
The only position they don't have to address is probably offensive line. I think the offensive line
Offensive line has been great.
Offensive line has been solid.
What's not being talked about is Brandon Coleman being a second-round pick last year, and is now on the bench.
Well, okay,
And
but he's still contributing, right? I mean, and
he's contributing because Tunsil's hurt.
I hear you.
Inactive before Tunsil was hurt.
I hear you.
I mean, that's concerning, right?
But you agree?
Adam Peters, Ben Sinnott, like his draft history in Washington is very concerning.
FP's going to hear this, and he's going to be so triggered.
I think he's hit on some free agents. Like
who?
I mean, a lot of them. Last year he did.
The Lattimore trade,
right? Like
no.
Louvu,
Von Miller,
yes.
no.
No, those
Wagner.
those are Phil.
I mean, Wagner's.
We got to take a look at the ones who he's paid, right? Like Dorrance Armstrong was pretty good this year. Frankie Louvu, like he had a rough beginning part of the season. He's picked it back up.
He's played better.
Okay,
so you're
can't give him Lattimore.
So going back, and we got
give him Ertz, right? Ertz was a great
Ertz,
tight end
I'll give you Ertz
for a year and a half. Like for
although he had a terrible
5
habit, he had a terrible habit
year.
of getting 4 yards when he needed 5 or 6. A terrible habit.
But look, when you say get younger,
when was the last time we had a serviceable tight end before Ertz? We got to go back to what?
Jordan
Fred
Reed.
Davis?
Jordan Reed.
We had so many great tight ends.
That's been 12 years, guys.
Oh my God.
Look, if the off season doesn't begin and end with defense, you say get younger. That's fine. Get younger, get older. I don't care about that. if you don't overhaul this is probably one of the worst defenses I have ever witnessed in my 40 years of life.
We've had some just here. We've had some really bad ones.
Greg Minuski defenses.
Honestly, just 2 years ago, but the year before Jaden was one of the worst. There's a 3-win season before Jaden, and that was a bad.
We get
defense.
torched on a Hail Mary every game, like 2 or 3 times.
I mean, it's changed a little bit, not much. It's changed a little bit.
It's not.
But
all of this, it is horrific. I agree.
What are the redeeming parts of this defense?
I think you have pieces of a competent and aggressive secondary. I think you do. I think you move Mikey back to the slot, or if he doesn't have a cover of 1 consistently, I think Mikey will be okay. I think you get
I think he's got to play outside. That's where he played all last year.
Fine. I'm saying he's a piece. He's a piece that I think will be on this roster and should still be here, even though he hasn't looked.
Amos was decent.
Amos looked good as well. Yeah, I think even Lattimore has some quality, but not on a one. You got
to move on from him.
I think you move him maybe to safety and let him kind of roam half the field and do something different. Maybe. Or you can't trade him. So I don't know. He's got 1 year left on that deal. He's going to be here. They're not going to let him walk.
Will Harris was a decent pickup.
Yeah,
the defense changed when he came back, but I mean he's still.
So anyway, to your point, Stevie, the linebacker is their biggest need on the defensive side of the ball. I think you can always find a big body to play up front. You can always find somebody scrappy to stick in the bag.
You can't find an elite pass rusher, Joe. Name me the last elite pass rusher we have.
Not find in the sense of like go sign one. I'm saying you can spend late round picks filling out your roster with just sign an extra 5 or 10, secondary players and defensive linemen. But you've got to get more linebackers. Like that is the primary deficiency of the Commanders'
you got to get
defense.
More pass rushers.
No, you need a game changer.
No, you don't.
Name me
Okay.
Look at what Micah Parsons did before he got hurt to that defense.
He elevated the defense.
He changed.
But they were
look at some of the other great pass rushers. Trayvon Henderson. How's the Bengals defense?
Trey Hendrickson.
Look at T.J. Watt.
They're leaky. They're very leaky. So listen, I think I'm with LP on this. You actually need I think you need secondary before you need linebacker. But we have secondary pieces. We have no linebackers, none, and we've been down the road of Chase Young and Brian Arakpo. Like we've spent high draft picks. In the end, I mean, Jonathan Allen was a high draft pick. Deron Payne was a high draft pick. I mean, they've spent high. I think Newton was a 5th rounder.
Newton was a second.
I think second.
So they've spent draft capital on D line, and it doesn't work. Spend it on linebacker. Like you need speed. You need linebackers who can cover, running backs and tight ends in some spots. You need to be able that's where the need is. And they tried to do that with your boy. God, what was his name? 55.
Luvu.
Not Luvu. They drafted Rivera's guy, Jamin Davis. Right? They tried.
52, he sucked.
52. Sorry, I said 55. Like he did suck. He still sucks. Right? And it's fine. I mean, Chase.
I'm not sure he's playing.
I don't think so either. I think he was he was on the 49ers.
He went to Minnesota for a little bit.
Somewhere.
I think he's.
I mean, Jonathan Allen has
an intern.
Yeah. Why the adjective? Just intern.
No, it needs to be the right type.
All of this entire sidebar conversation started with how you would redraft last year's class. I mean, based on what Caleb is doing and what the Bears look good. I'm sorry. Like they look like the Skins from last year. They're a team that I don't think anybody wants to travel to face in the playoffs. I don't think they can go into anybody's building and dominate them, but you've got to be impressed with what Caleb has put on film this year, starting all 17, unless something terrible happens the next couple of days. He'll have started back-to-back seasons, all games for the Bears. They've never as a franchise, it's never happened in their franchise. Same guy starts all games for 2 seasons in a row. He looks like he's growing every week, and he looks to be legit.
Because he's got Ben Johnson. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the progression in year 2, and I hate to point back at Jaden and say you got to look at the regression when Jaden did play with Cliff in the second year, the limited playbook for whatever reason, and you look at what Ben Johnson's doing, even the hook and ladder that they tried to run, Ben Johnson knows the opponents that he's facing in the NFC North I mean, because he coached against them for how many years, right? He knows those teams inside out. You got to give him credit, but to keep it on that quarterback topic, how are you redrafting those top 4, Stevie? Are you still going Caleb 1 or are you going Drake May? I think those are the only options.
No. I mean, what Drake May has put on film this season is so impressive. I mean, total package, speed, and he makes every throw. He's a big kid too. I mean, we're really sleeping on him. He's saying, "Oh, Jaden Daniels got hurt." LP's saying that, "Oh, what an anomaly. He's going to get hurt every season the way he is built."
Sure.
And so Drake May is just a NFL prototype quarterback, similar to the guy they had in New England for many, many years there. So Drake May has looked amazing. Bo Nix is number 2 in my book. I mean, what he's put on film for take the average of 2 seasons, what he's done in these last 2 seasons, way more impressive than what Jaden's done in an incredible first season and an awful second season. And so, certainly those 2 guys. And then Caleb and Jaden, I think Jaden would look just as good with Ben Johnson.
Oh my God. I can't believe my ears. So you're going Jaden 4.
Third.
3 or 4.
No. I said, I think Jaden would look just as good as Caleb Williams with Ben Johnson. Now, the difference is Caleb Williams is built like an NFL quarterback.
He's actually shorter than Jaden, but he's a little stockier. I mean, you're hitting on a very valid point. Jaden played 1 season, missed some time last year, and missed a ton of time this year. I just, 2 minutes ago, I said Caleb is going to go 17 games back-to-back, and good for him for staying healthy throughout. Drake May hasn't missed a game, and I don't think Bo Nix has missed a game either. So, when you look at those top 4 guys, 3 of them have played 35 NFL games, give or take, a game here or there, maybe, or
May didn't
blowout.
start last year.
That's fair too.
Yeah.
But
he's healthy.
Yeah, but even in Jaden's healthy year, right? And his stats were very impressive last year. But I mean, you can't take him 1. I think I'm with you, and I'm not to. I mean, I remember sitting here when we were debating who the Skins were going to draft. LP and FP were big on Jaden. I think I was mostly on May because of his size. And, here we are a year and a half later. It's not that I hate Jaden. I'm very nervous that this is going to be his career. He cannot stay healthy. I think FP said it a couple weeks back. He's trending in the direction of Burrow. Not fragile, but, tends to get hurt. And when he gets hurt, ends up missing, considerable time. I think if I'm redrafting, or LP, I don't know if you want to step in here and redraft it. I'll go real quick. May's number 1. Caleb is 2 for me. Jaden is 3. Nix is 4. Nix has had impressive runs, but typically only in the second half of games. He doesn't always put it all together. So that's how I would redraft those top 4. LP, is your list very different?
I mean, I think it goes back to the biggest ability is availability, and you're right. Jaden is I more draw him towards Lamar Jackson, right? Because Lamar runs and he gets hurt. Lamar's constantly hurt, but when he's playing, he's great. I think that's going to be what Jaden is, and I don't think this is something that he's going to change. I don't think he's going to change his playing style or any of that. I would probably still go Caleb 1, May 2, because I think May's season, like his opponents, has been too soft. Jaden 3. But I'd like to see, Jaden carried this team last year. Every regular season. I mean,
that's, as a Skins fan, that's the only thing you can hang your hat on, right? Is that he hasn't gotten a chance.
We had a playoff run because of Jaden. Let's see how much of these quarterbacks can actually have a playoff run because of their ability.
And that's,
it's a team game, which is fair.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you're evaluating a single player, you got to look at what they have done versus what the team has done.
I think you would throw some stats. You can't take anything away from Drake May, because it's not like the knock on Nix is going to be that he doesn't have to throw the ball a ton, and he doesn't generally throw the ball a ton. And Denver has that good of a defense; they just get it done. Drake May has had multiple 300-yard games. He's had multiple 3+ touchdown games. He's had multiple no interception games. Drake May is progressing really quickly. And just as an aside here, because I want to talk about Vrabel. We were talking about Coach of the Year in the offline chat. I think Shanahan is probably the most deserving given what he's done with the 49ers and the myriad of injuries they've been dealing with. But we'd be remiss not to talk about Mike Vrabel. He inherited a terrible roster with basically no expectations from the previous administration, no quarterback on the roster. And you look at it from the microcosm of the Tennessee Titans, just for a second. There is a parallel universe where the Titans still have Vrabel as coach. They have Malik Willis, who's going to command a ridiculous amount of money this offseason at quarterback. They have A.J. Brown still catching balls. And they have, what's his face?
Treylon Burks.
I guess Treylon Burks, sure. Who'd you say, Stevie?
Derrick Henry.
Yeah, Derrick Henry running the ball. And yeah, to some extent, maybe Treylon Burks playing opposite. Like, I mean, what a miserable, chain of events over the course of 3 years to lose all of those pieces. But just to keep it back on Vrabel, he should be considered. I know, LP, what you're going to say. The strength of schedule is not there, and he shouldn't be considered. McVay has done a great job, but I think Shanahan has done the best job. Shanahan or Ben Johnson, frankly. I mean, Ben Johnson, nobody expected this out of the Bears. It is kind of fluky. Shanahan always seems to have the 49ers competitive, and doing it without your quarterback, without a notable receiver, and with how many injuries they've had on both sides of the ball. I mean, this is Shanny's best coaching job. I don't know if you guys see it differently, but I think he's deserving.
I'll give you two names that no one's going to talk about. Liam Cohen from the
good
Jags,
one.
right?
Yeah.
Like they're 12-4.
That's a good one.
The Jags have always been crap, right?
And he's got he's got his quarterback playing like real. Yeah, and McDonald's a good one too. I mean, but
that defense is great.
I mean, Sam Darnold should be in the conversation for MVP as well. He's back-to-back 13-win seasons for Darnold on two different teams, two completely different systems, two completely different teams, two completely different everything. The problem with the Seahawks and for Darnold in particular is he tends to make some very bad decisions down the stretch, and I think that's where it haunts them a little bit. But you look at Seattle. I mean, we're basically set. I think on both sides, the AFC and the NFC. I think there's still a couple teams I think that are alive. I think, or maybe it's all just seeding at this point. The Seahawks aren't going to get
the NFC South is up for grabs still.
Yes, and there's a scenario where if the Falcons win, they can knock out the Bucs, even if the Bucs win because of opponent strength of schedule. Like there's a couple things out there. I think Eagles are still playing for seeding as well. So like there's still stuff to play for, but we know which teams are going. Seattle is not going to be on anybody's list of super dangerous, if hot, team. But I think they should be because their defense is that freaking good. And it looks like no matter how you slice and dice it, two of their division opponents are going to be in the playoffs with them. Like the probability of Rams, Niners, and Seahawks having to play each other is very high, and those games are going to be toss-ups. It doesn't matter who's favored. Again, I'm excited to see where all the chips fall, but the Seahawks are maybe the most interesting team to me, and similarly on the AFC side, the Jags. I don't have any read on the Jags. They can score 50 or they can score 6. I have no read on them whatsoever. It's encouraging to see what Sunshine's doing behind center, but like I don't know. Does I remember the Titans pull Stevie?
That's a great movie reference.
I mean, do you see it differently? I mean, does anyone have an actual read on the Jacksonville Jaguars? They have 3 receivers that can catch the ball. They have a quarterback who doesn't make a lot of mistakes anymore, and credit to the coach for coaching that out of him. They can run the ball and they play some pretty good defense, but can they go into Buffalo and win? I don't think so.
I mean, I think
could they even go into Baltimore and win?
We have never seen, I would say in the last 20 years, an NFL playoffs as wide open as this one, right? Without a Mahomes, a Brady, Roethlisberger. I mean, these like dominant quarterbacks.
What decade are you living in?
I know. I said 20 years.
No, hold on. Who else is not in the play? I mean, is Montana in this year's playoffs, Stevie?
I started
Mark
with Big
Rippon.
Ben, okay.
Big Ben. I mean, Big Ben hasn't been in the league for 12 years.
It was Ben then Brady. Manning. I'm sorry, Peyton Manning. Okay.
Yes.
You get the point.
Exactly.
No, but I want him to name more relevant quarterbacks.
Mark Rippon.
No, relevant. Like Joe Burrow, not featured
Say
this
Joe
year.
Burrow. Say
likely Lamar.
Lamar Jackson.
No, they haven't been dominant playoff. I mean, these are guys that I'm listing is that when they got into the playoffs, you knew they were going to dominate. It was Brady, Manning, Mahomes.
You knew what to expect.
McNabb until the Super Bowl. These were dominant teams. There is not one dominant team at this moment that we know will go into the playoffs.
I mean, I think that's actually
except potentially, unfortunately, the Eagles, right? Just based on past history.
No. The Eagles. Hold on. That is a terrible take,
last
LP.
year going into the playoffs too.
Okay, hold on. I'm not going to let him just get. Hold on. LP, how many passes did Jalen Hurts complete in the second half against the Bills in their 12-13 beatdown of the Bills? What's the answer?
I think the Eagles suck.
No,
I think
do you
Jalen
know
Hurts
the
is a
answer to
horrible
my question?
quarterback.
Do you know the answer to my question? No, do you answer my question? How many passes did Jalen complete in the second half of the Eagles' epic beatdown of the Bills where they won 13-12?
2.
Stevie, you have a guess?
It was something.
I don't think
I
he
remember
completed
it
a
was
pass.
Zero.
He didn't complete it.
Zero. The answer is zero. Pete from Philly, I know
get
you're
that.
listening because you hate listen every week. Zero. The answer is zero. He completed. He complete no passes. He stinks. That whole team
I
stinks.
agree. I agree. Somehow they always find a way to in recent history. Like
that is very different argument than a dominant team that you know is going to dominate you. What you're saying is, yeah, they have experience, Super Bowl champs, defending champs. Yeah, I see that point.
Maybe the Niners, Stevie, but because they just seem to blow everybody out, but they don't have that marquee like Brock Purdy is still not a marquee name, so to speak. You could argue Josh Allen, except they freaking piss the bed every time, twice a season, 3 times a season.
You're gonna have the best, most dominant player as a.
I will say though, Stafford and the Rams got totally hosed on Monday Night Football. I don't know if you guys were watching this. Everybody was tweeting it. LP and myself, FP, we were going nuts. I was all caps texting. To not call a PI down the stretch when you need a field goal to tie, and then freaking to like, I just have to say this. I feel like I say it every week. The NFL has a considerable problem defining what a catch is. Puka caught the ball with one hand, had control of the ball and 2 feet inbounds, but it wasn't a catch because when he landed out of bounds, he didn't control the ball. We see this crap every single week from the NFL. All of the conspiracy theorists that are saying the Vegas has, a couple of weeks ago, we saw the Browns punt from their opponent's 30-yard line. You can't ignore all of this. Puka caught that ball, and with a catch, the Rams were red hot down the stretch. They were losing 24-3, ended up tying the game, had an opportunity to tie it and force overtime, and then the NFL decided, no, Puka, one of the most sure-handed receivers, didn't make a catch. He caught the ball, had control, got 2 feet inbounds. It's a catch. This crap of completing the play out of bounds makes no sense.
But by the letter of the law, he caught the ball, was in bounds.
That's it.
Did not drop the ball on the floor, but lost possession of the ball.
But that's
while
not
he
a
was out of
thing.
bounds
But it
and
doesn't
recaught
matter.
it.
But it doesn't matter because the second he catches the ball with 2 feet in bounds, the play is done. It's inbounds, and now he's out. We saw this in the end zone.
Got to get changed.
We saw this in the end zone.
That rule correctly. They did not officiate the PIs.
But I disagree with you. And we saw the Ravens get hosed by this with their tight end who caught the ball and took 2 steps in the end zone, but it wasn't a catch because the player knocked it out of his hand after 3 steps. No, this is wrong. If you can do...
Did you guys talk about the 2-point conversion from Monday night 2 weeks ago?
We did. Of course we talked about it.
Pass and...
But
why don't you listen to the podcast?
Yeah, I know. Go back and listen to 364.
Why are you asking about that?
Why are you on 365 if you didn't listen to 364? But I'm sorry. I feel the need to say that constantly. You can't leave the decision. You can't leave it in the hands of the ref to decide what a catch is. 2 feet and the ball is a catch. What happens when they hit the ground or fall out of bounds or whatever? It's stupid. This is wrong. It's 100% wrong.
Why can't you challenge pass interference?
I don't know.
So easy to challenge. Why is that not a challenge?
I think you made that point yesterday, and I was scratching my head. I'm like, you're right. Why do they pick and choose what can be challenged? You have 2 challenges. Use them on whatever you want. Why not?
It's very clear on video if someone's passing interference.
And obviously, if the Rams pull that win out, we would be sitting here to answer Stevie's question. Stafford is the clear MVP, and the Rams are that one team that you look at and say they can go into anybody's building and dominate. But if you have to go through theirs, you're probably going to lose. I mean, obviously, they lost to the Eagles last year in a snow game, but maybe that's the one scenario where you don't see them prevail. But, I think I forget where I was saying this. Nobody has lost more than the Rams over the last 10 days, right? To lose back-to-back games, Stafford basically is now outside of the MVP discussion, to lose the number 1 seed, to lose potentially home field to a division rival. It stings, but these are some pretty big losses, pretty big regressions for the Rams. And obviously they'll get Devonta back, and Puka's losing his brain. Puka's literally, he's hanging out with Aiden Ross and Neon. They got a couple more weeks before he goes full-blown diva and they lose him for good.
Well, listen, I think just because Andy is blowing up this private chat, okay, I would like to give a nod to the man in the green room. Okay,
he's producing 2 weeks in a row.
His point is actually very well taken, which is I think we sleep on how streaky the quarterback position is. When these guys are on a bender and they're hot, I see it with Caleb Williams. I see it with Drake May. I see it with Brock Purdy, as Andy's mentioning. When they are on a streak and they got confidence and they're making these throws, I mean, these guys are playing lights out. Brock Purdy's playing lights out, and vice versa on the Matthew Stafford, obviously Jaden Daniels, not to go back to that. But when these guys start kind of losing confidence and they start getting happy feet, their line's not protecting them, the quarterback game is very streaky. And I think what we're seeing is the QBs that are getting hot at the right time are going to be making those long playoff pushes. As Andy said, I just want to give a nod to the guy in the green. The guy's blowing it up. Talking about Trevor Lawrence, Brock Purdy. What was his Super Bowl? Niners, Jags, right there. Guys making predictions from the green room.
I mean, that would be great, I think, for fans and terrible for the league. But, I mean, is there any team on either side, in either conference, that you look at and you're like, they're just going to dominate everybody? Like you said, Stevie, there's no Mahomes. There's no Burrow. Like, it should be the Bills. It should be Josh Allen and the Bills.
There's no Big Ben.
But there you go. I love me some Big Ben. Listen, Josh Allen is still the greatest football player in the world at this moment in time.
You said you said that a couple days ago. You can't
pull up Haley Steinfeld.
You're okay. Now it makes more sense. And now it makes more sense why you want to crown him the best ever. You can't lose to the Eagles by a point. Like they looked anemic, Stevie.
It was 30-degree rain. Okay, like what are you talking? Like they couldn't. He was.
Buffalo was buried in snow. What are you talking about? They should not have been impacted to that effect. To that level.
He literally willed them to the game. They had the game. He made a bad throw on the 2-point conversion. He had the game.
He did have the game. But they needed that win.
They won it. I mean, he essentially won the game for them.
Yeah. I mean, look.
Would you take any other quarterback against Josh Allen in a playoff game right now?
Give me a minute.
Let me think.
Where are they playing?
In Buffalo?
In Buffalo?
You're going to Denver. You're playing the number 1 seed in Denver. Tell me you're taking Knicks over Josh Allen.
No.
Tell me you're going to New England and you're really going, and that will be the first time.
I would take Drake May. I think he's playing better than Josh right now.
No.
I think I'm sorry, you guys. You're excited because
331
Josh Allen is running the ball. I'm excited because Drake May can throw it and doesn't make mistakes. I mean, it's a team sport at the end of it, right? I mean, maybe because of the nerves. Like Josh Allen has been there. I mean, that's why if the Bills don't get it done this season, when he's not running into the legacy, the guys that have been dominating the AFC, it is wide open. That should favor the Bills. But when you put up a stinker the way they did against the Eagles, it has you second guessing yourself. Like, can they actually do this? I don't know. They also don't have a consistent, like, what's his face?
James
Shakir.
Cook is awesome. Don't talk
James
about
Cook.
James Cook.
No, I'm saying from a receiver perspective, that's the concern. Is like if you end up in a shootout against Jacksonville, who can go and score 40, 50 points. It's all Josh Allen. He's the only one that's going to score. That's tough. It's a tough bill, Stevie. It's tough.
Give me the best player in the world in the playoffs.
You keep saying
obviously
that.
Football is a team game. I get it.
Brock Purdy isn't playing better football.
The NFL.
Brock Purdy isn't playing better football right now.
Josh Allen is the best player. In the world.
You're just pretending like you didn't hear me. But is Brock Purdy not playing better football right now?
He's on a heater. Okay, he's on a little bender right now. But
Matt Stafford, you wouldn't trust Stafford head to head against Josh Allen?
Game? Who am I picking?
In LA, I would trust Stafford over.
Well, it wouldn't be they would meet in the Super Bowl in San Francisco, right? But like I wouldn't bet against Stafford. No way. Especially if Devonta's on the field.
I'm not asking who'd you put money on. Who would you take to win one game in the Super Bowl on a neutral field right now? I don't know why the hesitation.
I would take Stafford.
I would take Stafford.
Because we've seen Stafford do it before. He did it with one shoulder. He did it with the Lions. He's done it with the Rams. The way that Rams team is constructed, they've got three legit running backs.
You put Josh Allen on that Rams team, and they're not.
But that's a different argument. Now you're saying something different. I mean, Josh Allen, he's going to have to pass the ball in the playoffs. Maybe not. Maybe they're going to run the ball 80 times. I don't know. It's this. Look, the one team the other team I can't get a read on besides Jacksonville is also an AFC team. It's the Ravens, and I have a sneaky suspicion they will win and earn a way into the playoffs. Who's going to stop Derrick Henry? Look, I know he's developed a fumbling problem. It's well documented on this show. I'm not doing it from a place of hate. I'm just calling it like I see it. If he touches the ball 30 times and goes for 200 yards, they're going to win. If Lamar is even 80% and able to move around the pocket, they are a very scary team as well. I mean,
does anyone think the Steelers knock them out?
No,
this weekend,
no chance.
Yeah,
I think the Ravens
Aaron
will go.
Awful.
If you are the coach, or if you are involved in any way with the Ravens, your game plan is we're going to hand the ball off 40 times. We are going to wear down the Steelers. We're going to run opposite TJ Watt, and we're just going to force them to beat us without DK Metcalf, without a consistent running game, and with an old Aaron Rodgers. Like, good luck. We're going to control the clock. We're going to run it 100. Like, what are you saving Derrick Henry for? That's the question that's constantly ringing in my ears. Like, what are you saving him for? He's 31 or 32 years old. Just go. This is what you paid him for.
You save him for the playoffs.
Yeah, Houston is
no
another
one talked
one
about the Texans.
Oh, yeah, we didn't talk about the
Texans are 11-5.
Yeah, but it feels fake. Doesn't it feel a little fraudulent for some reason? Like
the defense doesn't look
fake.
The
defense is not fake, but I mean, do you really trust CJ to go not make a mistake in a big moment?
That's my point. As I go back to Josh Allen.
All right, it's Stafford. Stafford is the one I think that you would argue. I mean, and Lamar's beat him how many times?
I think we haven't seen this Bills team under the radar in the playoffs. I mean,
how far under the radar? You're a freaking 11-win team. Like, how far under the radar you want to be?
They won't be favored in any of the games they play.
Sure, they will.
They're going to New England round 1. Then I probably have to go to Denver.
Is that set or still? No, there's still seeding to be figured out. I don't think that one's set.
I think that game's locked in. Where's the intern?
Yeah, Andy.
Be going to Denver. They would be going to. No, sorry, they'd be going to New England.
Be going to Jacksonville.
That's what I said.
No, Jacksonville's 3, so it would be Jacksonville Chargers.
Is Denver locked in at the 1?
Green Room Andy, can we get the first round matchups?
Yeah, I think with a Denver loss,
no,
the AFC is still, there's still scenarios where the number 1 seed switches.
Yeah, but the Broncos are playing the Chiefs. They're not going to win, and the Patriots are playing the Jets. They're not going to lose.
No, they're gonna.
So
yeah,
it's likely to stay. Broncos, Patriots, Jags, Texans, Chargers, Bills. So it would be Bills, Patriots, Jags, Texans,
New England.
Chargers.
Who goes to Jacksonville? Houston? No.
Houston.
Houston would go to Jackson. No, Houston's a division winner. They won't go anywhere. No, Jacksonville's a division winner.
Yeah, Jacksonville's a division
winner.
Yeah,
so you'd have two divisional matchups, divisional foes in the first round.
Are we going to get to the Somalian daycare thing or no?
Are we done talking about the Skins loss to the Cowboys and ruining Christmas? I think we are, right? Yeah. I mean, look, okay. Before we get to Stevie's topic, does anybody see an upset happening here in the final week of the season? The Skins go in and beat the Eagles. Anyone got this happening? Just to stick it to them a little bit.
Yeah, because of what happened 2 weeks ago. We'll see them in 2 weeks.
That would be the worst.
That was the mantra.
that
Honestly,
would be the worst case scenario if we win.
But
you had the Raiders, you had the
Washington
Giants
history.
stupidly winning a game. You had the Browns actually winning a game. Like, I'm never for tanking, but please don't win this game. Like, there's nothing to win here. Like,
Can we get a Matt Bennett update from the Museum of the Bible?
No, it's not Bible Museum. He went to see Noah's Ark in Kansas or Kentucky.
Oh.
Yeah, and then he road tripped. Yeah,
you would know if you actually paid attention to the chat.
And then he road tripped out to Cincinnati. He took his boys to the Bengals game. He was at the Bengals game on Sunday.
I thought that picture was a Museum of the Bible. I was like, it's 20 minutes away.
No, no. He was at Noah's Ark.
They built Noah's Ark in Kentucky.
What planet are you on? This is a known thing. No, not is it Kansas or Kentucky? Tennessee.
Yes.
No, it's not a replica. It's the real thing, LP. Come on. They got it from Mount Ararat and moved it to Tennessee. What else is going on, boys? We got. I mean, look. Do you really want?
Daycare.
It's impossible to not notice that story. Like the entire thing. The governor changing the flag.
It's not impossible if you watch the mainstream media because there's been zero coverage of that story.
Okay, but I'm okay. Assuming that you consume more than TV news, you're going to come across the changing of the flag for the state of Minnesota, the daycares that are fraudulent because there's no kids, and the doctor's offices that are treating the fake kids for autism also being fake. Like the level of fraud it's bizarre. Like I mean, there's because like, nothing shocks anymore, but the magnitude of this fraud is shocking. LP, do you have any read on this?
I just saw it on Instagram.
Yeah, okay. You get news from Instagram. Okay.
Yeah, it's not mainstream media.
Is it? I don't know.
Well,
I mean,
depends on what Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, Stevie, what else is there to say? I mean, this is not a left-right thing or a conservative liberal thing or a like this is not a Tea Party thing. Like this is not a LGBT plus thing. This is just fraud. This is tax fraud.
This is some of the worst fraud we've ever seen, and I'm just saying this as a public citizen. There's nothing else. But my fear is that if there are not serious criminal punishments and deportations that follow, legit deportation, then that there will be a serious backlash.
Yeah. For anybody listening to this in a position of influence, don't worry about Enrique and Julio at 7-Eleven that are trying to build swing sets and just, get by. Go get all of the Somalis out of freaking Minnesota and go figure out what's happening there. Fake businesses,
or
fake
we
addresses.
Can walk and chew gum at the same time.
Well, prioritize one over the other because one is legitimately here trying to. For me, Stevie, and look, I tend to. People get on me sometimes because I tend to skew a little bit more progressive socially than others. This is one of those cases where they're not equal. Like illegals are illegal, and yes, they're equally breaking the same law. One that's here trying to provide and function and provide a service is very different than one that's here to defraud. They are. So prioritize one over the other. That's all I'm saying. One is literally here only to defraud. Doesn't care about anything we do as a country, doesn't care about our rituals, doesn't care about our traditions, doesn't care about anything, doesn't care about the state of Minnesota. The other is trying to make a living and support his family or her family from wherever they're from. They're not the same. They are the same, but they're not the same.
Sure. Okay, the breaking of the law is breaking the law, but you have a governor in Minnesota who is claiming this is white supremacy, a form of white supremacy.
The governor,
he
frankly,
needs to be deported.
He should. I mean, send him to Mogadishu. I mean, let him go start a clinic to aid expats in acclimating to Somali culture, if that's what he wants to do.
He should be criminally indicted.
Well, there's a reason maybe that he was so anti-Elon and Doge, right? When the idea of like someone's going to audit and find the fraud. Well, now it's literally just a YouTuber with a camera walking into a building asking where the kids are. Nobody's aware.
Ilhan Omar's husband / brother is now worth $25 million.
Wait, well, those records are public. And honestly, I didn't believe it. I went and looked for myself. His company that he presides over that is in his name was worth less than $2,000 3 years ago, and it's worth $25 million plus in 2 years. That is not possible.
The brother.
It's not possible. It's not possible. Frankly, any of these politicians, any of them on either side of the aisle, this is not, again, I'm not picking on one side or the other. You cannot go into public office earning $150,000 to $200,000 even a year, and then end up with a net worth of 20 times that in the span of a year. Can't do it. It's not possible. All right, I'm off my soapbox.
She married the brother.
I mean, okay, get out. All right. Let's talk New Year's. Anything interesting happening on your end, or is it Netflix and chill? And out by 8.
It'll be a good New Year's.
Okay. LP, you doing anything for New Year's? Do you celebrate New Year's?
No, I'm going to watch the college football playoffs.
Oh, who cares?
Is it the playoffs?
I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
the
playoffs.
playoffs.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Ohio State
Yeah,
game.
no, it's actually great.
Can we
Yeah,
agree?
The games are good. You don't have to talk to anyone. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's the part. I might name the episode. Episode 365. Games are great. Don't talk to anybody. You know, the LP, the memoir. I don't like New Year's. I mean, I don't ever remember liking New Year's. Did you ever get into New Year's? Was it ever a thing? Go find somebody to kiss, and we
may have had a trauma-filled New Year's as kids, where we stayed up all night for no reason. But
I mean, I remember like church lock-ins. I remember those.
But like, who currently celebrates New Year? Nobody.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know anybody who's like, we got to go out. It's New Year's. Like, who goes out? Like, what are you going out for? Like, New Year's literally lasts 30 seconds. Like, it's over. Like, you have to stay awake, which sucks, to celebrate the clock doing its job, and then you go home in the cold. Like,
how much money would I have to pay either of you to be at Times Square for the entire event?
Is this a real question?
Real question.
I do
How
it
much
for
money would it
$5,000.
Oh, that's too low.
$5,000.
That's too low. I was gonna.
$5,000 a lot of money.
I was gonna say 25.
There's no bathrooms. You have to be there all day.
I do it for 25. I have my eyes on a used Jag I want to buy.
You wouldn't do it for 10.
I wouldn't do it for 10.
Am I paying to get myself there and back, or am I just?
You got to do the whole thing. You got to go from like 8 o'clock in the morning all the way.
No. How do I get to Times Square? Like, does DC have the equivalent?
Figure out. You have to take the bus.
Okay, so I need to
Washington DC.
I need to take the Chinatown Express to Times Square and then just stand there from 11 to 1 or from 11 to 12?
Dude, if
or
you
you
have
want
your
me there
phone,
all day?
It's fine.
11 in the morning.
You want me to stand there for 12 hours?
No bathroom breaks. Yeah, that's what it's like there. Everything packs up. No bathroom breaks. No nothing. Just
25 G's. 25 G's. Stevie, if you'll do it for 5, I'll crowdsource that right now from DTC fans, and we'll send you up there tonight.
No, I'm saying
$5,000 is not enough. There's no way.
It'd be miserable.
5 is not enough.
5 is not enough. 10's not enough. 15
sounds awful.
15 might do it. It's a stupid holiday. What else? Why a stupid holiday?
It's like going downtown to DC 4th of July. That I would do for $5,000.
Yeah, I would do that for $5,000.
I would do that for $5,000.
Yeah.
Can I take 2,500 and not cross the bridge? If I park on the bridge between the states, 2,500.
No. You gotta.
I would Uber or take the metro.
Uber.
Look,
you wish.
I don't want to dime him out, but one of our chat guys is calling me right now.
Well, I mean,
this guy should be on the podcast. I would like to pick up.
It's not okay. Is it the person who's going to be first to be removed?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's our food guy.
Yeah. Okay. Very good.
Maybe he's looking for a good meal.
Well, Happy New Year to you both. I hope you have a quiet, restful, peaceful end of 2025 and a great 2026. Anything to plug, Stevie?
No, sir. Same to you, brother.
LP, anything from you, sir?
Nope.
Listen, I got to say, it's a pretty good show. It's a pretty good show.
Peace and quiet New Year's Eve. You will never regret it.
Okay. Thanks for hanging out with us. Episode 365 in the books. The show is DTC, available on Patreon for anybody who subscribes. You get it early. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Spotify. You can get it on Apple Podcasts and everywhere else a couple days after. But we encourage everyone, come and join us on Patreon. Patreon.com/The DTC Show or DTC. Just search it. It comes right up. Thank you for hanging out with us. Goodbye, 2025. Happy New Year to everyone. Happy 2026. We will see you in the new year. We are out.